Hello everyone, I am going to be introducing you to your first major assignment today, the rough draft of your annotated bibliography assignment, which you will be turning in later in the week on Sunday. You'll be turning in this Sunday, and you will after your rough draft, I will return your essay to you with comments for revision, suggestions for revision, and as well as comments to help you draft your final draft. And you'll also be taking part in your first peer review over your rough draft as well, all to help you get ready to submit your final draft next week. And of course, for your annotated bibliography, it is going to be connected directly with your argument essay. For your annotated bibliography, you are not writing an essay, you're not making an argument or anything like that. Right now, for your annotated bibliography, you are simply going to be researching, looking up sources that you plan to use for your argument essay. So again, they are directly connected. Whatever material, whatever sources that you're going to be looking up for this assignment, it's going to be over the same topic that you will use for your argument essay. And if you're still not quite sure what you'll want to do for your argument essay, what you're going to be writing, what sources you're going to be looking up for this assignment for your annotated bibliography, go back and look at the list of topics that I listed in your source summary last week. Those are just some of the topics that you can use. And again, if you have trouble coming up with a topic, you can always reach out to me as well. But again, whatever topic you are going to be working with for your annotated bibliography, that's ultimately what you'll be writing about in your main essay, your argument essay for next week. And but everything in your annotated bibliography is going to help you. All the research that you're going to do is going to help you, prepare you for writing your argument. And for the annotated bibliography, we spent time last week a little bit as well as this week going over citations and works cited page and all that good stuff, as well as last week summarizing and evaluating material. With the summarizing and evaluating, you are going to use those skills in your annotated bibliography as well as developing the works cited information for that. But instead of like with your essay, you're going to write, of course, your essay and include the works cited at the very end. For this assignment, you're going to have for each annotation, for each source that you include, you're going to include the works cited information before that, and then a summary, and then a paragraph where you summarize and evaluate the source, whether it's a good source, whether it's something you want to use in your essay. And while you'll only be using 5 to 6 sources in your essay, for this assignment you'll need to include at least 8. This will help you narrow down which sources are going to be the most effective for your essay. And I want you to be working with a wide range of different sources. We've spent time last week going over the BRTC library databases, ProQuest and Credo Reference, and how you're not going to go wrong with those. 2 of your sources for this assignment should be scholarly journal articles you find on either one, as well as 2 of those should be peer-reviewed journals that have gone through that extensive process before they are published, where they're reviewed by peers in the same field. So yes, 4 of your sources need to come from the databases. 4 of your sources can come from online websites, but you must make sure that they are reliable websites. So you'll need to go through with a fine-tooth comb evaluating those sources. Use the CRAP method to make sure that they are going to be effective sources that you'll be able to use. And you don't necessarily have to use, all your sources can come from the BRTC library databases. I'd actually recommend doing that. ProQuest, especially ProQuest, either Credo Reference or ProQuest, but especially ProQuest, because you're not going to go wrong there. But if you do want to find something online, just make sure it's credible source. And again, to find the best sources with the best authority, the most credible sources. We're going to do scholarly journals. And down here beneath the search bar, of course, I've already put in artificial intelligence. That would be a good topic that we decide to use, maybe. Like I said, click on scholarly journals, full text, and for peer reviewed, that's right here below as well. Click on peer reviewed journals, and let's see what we got. All right, we have a whopping 300,000 results. So we definitely want to narrow that down. I showed you all how to do that last week using the current part of the CRAP method, finding material that is more current, more up to date. Again, we have full text peer reviewed right here, scholarly journals. We want within the last 12 months. And that's going to narrow down our sources significantly. We have down to 28,000 or so results here, and we can even broaden our topic if we want. Games, history, society, artificial intelligence, and the brain. I'm sorry, not broaden, but that'll narrow down our search fields. We only have 6,000 results now. We can just scroll down and look for something that we might be able to use. And like I said, artificial intelligence medicine. It'll be a scholarly journal. We'll have the abstract right here. We can read through the abstract to see if this might be a good source that we would want to use. We can pull up the PDF, which is going to give us page numbers, which we'll want to use for our when we include this material in our essay, as well as the bibliography assignment for a working bibliography to keep track of all this stuff, so we know that we have it, so we don't potentially commit any plagiarism or anything like that. We can either download the PDF or email it to us, as well as use the citation machine up here. We got MLA up here. Make sure that it is on MLA. It might be on APA if you click on that citation tool. Make sure you're doing MLA, the most recent edition. And then you can just copy that there. If you need help if you need any help citing that stuff, like I said, ProQuest is a great tool. Definitely recommend. Very student, very user friendly. But like I said, you can use up to 4 sources that you use online, but again, you need to make sure that you're evaluating sources to make sure that they're of quality material. Let's see, do not use Wikipedia for a source, because like I mentioned last week during the last week's lesson, pretty much anyone can go into Wikipedia and put whatever they want in. While it is under review, it's not instantaneous. That can take a while. Wikipedia is not a reliable website. Anyone can pretty much go in there and put whatever they want, change whatever they want. But you can use Wikipedia to help you find reliable material. Even though it's not the best information out there, because anyone can go in and change it or put whatever they want, it's still they still use cited. Whoever puts it's still cited. The information in there is still they still use citations in the information. For example, if we look at this paragraph, we see the signal phrase right here, and then at the very end of the sentence we see the citation. So if we click right here, it'll take us to the very bottom of the page, and we see all these different sources. So we can click here, this takes us to the website that they used, which we can look through to evaluate the source to see if it's something that we would want to use in our essay. One of the more credible websites you can use, for example, again, do not use Wikipedia. You can use Wikipedia to help you find sources, but Encyclopedia Britannica, I like to use this. It's going to have relevant, up-to-date information from reliable information. You don't have to worry that you're getting some bogus material that was cooked up by someone writing alone in their basement. This is going to be quality material. So if we look up artificial intelligence, it's going to bring several different results up, pros and cons of artificial intelligence, as well as the main page up here, which gives us the definition as well as a lot more information about it. If this is something that we want to use, the pros and cons of artificial intelligence. And again, just make sure all the sources that you're looking up, whether they be from ProQuest or online, that you're keeping track of all these, because you'll need all that information for not only your annotated bibliography, of course. You'll need to still use citations in your bibliography as well as the works cited information, but potentially you'll be using a lot of those in your argument essay as well.